Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and welcome back to the Fangoria Movie Challenge. Now, this is the segment I do with my good buddy Joe the Horror Man, where we are not only going to watch, but review all 101 movies that Fangoria says we should have seen. Today, we're going to be talking about Death by Temptation. Now, Death by Temptation is a 1990 film which runs approximately 95 minutes and is written and directed by James Bond III. Now, this is the only movie he has to his credit, but he also stars in this film as Joel. He was also in School Days and a bunch of TV. Now, this also stars Kadeem Hardison as Kay. He was in White Men Can't Jump, Vampire in Brooklyn, Drive, and TV. He's mostly known for being in a show that Joe and I are both quite fond of called A Different World. Now, this also stars Samuel L. Jackson. He has a bit part in this movie. He, of course, was in Black Snake Moan, Shaft, The Hateful Eight, and tons and tons and tons of other movies. And it also has Bill Nunn in it. Now, an interesting thing about this movie is Samuel L. Jackson and Bill Nunn both graduated from Morehouse College. And this movie grossed $2.2 million. Okay. Um, Now, the first thing I was going to say about this film is how it had bad editing, but that's actually not the case. I'm going to give you a brief synopsis and then I'll get to the bad editing part. But this is a movie about two friends who were actually going to be ministers and were in school together. One turned out to be an actor, the other one is still in ministry school, and he comes to visit his friend. They both frequent this bar that has a woman vampire who lures men back to her house, has sex with them, and then drains them of blood and kills them. That's basically the story in a nutshell. It's a typical vampire movie. What makes this so good is the characters. They're very entertaining, they're very likable, and I actually had a ball with this movie. I wanted to get that out of the way first. This DVD, on the other hand, is a total piece of crap. Okay. This is a Trauma Retro DVD, and it has a foreword from Lloyd Kaufman, and I have nothing against Lloyd Kaufman. I think he's a great dude. He's built an incredible company, but unfortunately, this DVD that he put out is a piece of crap. Why is it a piece of crap? Well, it was sourced from a television airing of Death by Temptation. So there are these huge pauses in between shots for commercials. You don't see the commercials, of course, but it's like a 10-second pause. So that's what I was complaining about the editing. It's not the editing, it's the freaking DVD. And not only that, but a majority of the curse words are cut out of this film. I just couldn't believe it. Joe and I had a lot to message back and forth when we watched it because you can tell that they said certain things, and I'm like, wait a minute, is yours blurred out or blocked out? And he said no. He has the original um, VHS that he watched. Now, this is available. This is how it breaks down. Okay. Apparently, the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray has a shot that was taken out. I'm not happy about that because I love Vinegar Syndrome and I really expected better from them. Now, Troma put out two different covers of this film. This, I think, is the third edition of it, but the first two editions are complete and uncut. So If you want to get this film, and I highly suggest you do because it is a very enjoyable film. Even though this DVD is a piece of crap, I really enjoyed this film. Did it take me out of it a little bit? Yes, but it's not the movie's fault. It was Troma's fault. So now that that's cleared up, this is really a fantastic movie. It really is. I hope to get the uncut DVD sometime because I really enjoyed this. This definitely would have made my top 20 for 2020 vampire films had I seen it then. But this was a first time watch for me. Now, what am I going to pair this with? I am going to pair this with a double feature, and that is Blackula and Scream, Blackula Scream. These two movies are absolutely fantastic, and it's not a comedy. It's done serious. That's why it's called black exploitation. Um, they're a lot of fun, and they're really good films. Don't let the fact that there's a whole genre or subgenre named after them. These are actually really good films, and some of the better vampire films, in my opinion. So yeah, that's pretty much how it breaks down. A lot more I could have said about this, as far as like the DVD and how mad it made me, but I'm gonna leave it at that. Don't forget to check out Joe's review of Death by Temptation, and if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. Until next time, peace.